So we're diving straight into today's explainer, taking a close look at the deeply human artistry behind hawk feather photo and design. You know, if you're looking for a photographer and you've ever looked back at an old picture and literally felt the exact emotion of that day just kind of rush back over you, well then you know the true power of a truly great image. Today, we're exploring a brand that's built entirely around capturing that specific, magical feeling.
Which brings us to a pretty big question. How exactly do you freeze a moment you never want to forget? I mean, think about how incredibly fast time moves, right? It's wild. And universally, we all want to hold on to our most fleeting, meaningful milestones. Whether that's a graduation, a surprise proposal, or honestly, just a really good Tuesday afternoon with your family. That desire to capture the feeling is something we absolutely all share.
And this philosophy right here is exactly what drives Tobias Muse. He's the photographer and fine artist whose work we're digging into today. As the quote says, he recognizes that someday moments turn into memories before you even realize it. For Tobias, this isn't just slick marketing copy. It's literally the core driving force behind why he picks up a camera every single day.
Okay, let's jump into our first section, the story behind the lens, from a swan to a studio.
So, Tobias's journey didn't start in some high-tech corporate studio. Actually, it's a super authentic origin story. It started back in 2018 at a bird sanctuary in Scotland Neck, North Carolina. He just snapped a picture of a swan using nothing but his smartphone. The feedback he got was so overwhelmingly positive that it completely sparked a fire. He went out, bought a camera, taught himself manual mode while just spending quiet hours out in nature, and eventually went on to earn an associate's degree in digital photography. Fast forward to 2023, he officially named the business Hawk Feather, which is actually inspired by a feather necklace he still wears today. So he really went from being a casual nature lover to a professional fine art photographer, with over 7 years of dedicated experience under his belt.
And what's really special about all this is the personal touch. Tobias operates this heartfelt business right alongside his wife and co-owner, Erica, who also occasionally collaborates on shoots. They're based out of Greenville, North Carolina, but they serve a massive area across Eastern NC, Virginia, and South Carolina. It really goes to show that Hawk Feather is a deeply personal, family-driven brand. It is not some faceless corporation. When you book with them, you are working directly with the artists who genuinely care about your story.
Next up, we have Art Meets Authentic Emotion, the Hawk Feather Vision.
Now, when it comes to his actual approach, Tobias completely rejects those forced, artificial moments and stiff poses. You know the ones. Instead, he leans heavily into capturing real connection, beautiful natural light, and totally unscripted laughter. The goal is to document those quiet, in-between looks and the genuine joy of your day exactly as it unfolds naturally.
And this is where his background just completely shines. Because his roots are so deep in landscape and wildlife photography, he brings a true fine art perspective to his human subjects. In fact, he even sells fine art landscape and still life prints through the Hawk Feather Gallery and does specialty composite work. So you aren't just hiring a service, right? You're hiring an artist with a totally distinct eye for breathtaking, gallery-worthy compositions. Plus, and this is a huge deal, clients constantly praise his signature, calming, easygoing presence. He brings a lot of comfort and fun to the shoot, which is exactly why the emotions in his photos look so incredibly genuine. He also operates on these 4 core pillars: authenticity, exceptional service, collaboration, and courtesy. And these basically guarantee that clients, families, and even the other vendors on site are treated with incredible warmth and profound respect throughout the entire event. For Tobias, it's a literal honor to be part of your team for the day.
Moving right along to our next section, capturing life's biggest moments, chapters of the human experience.
Let's talk about those everyday milestones. Whether you're celebrating a graduation, glowing in a maternity shoot, or just really wanting a great portrait with your dog, because yes, they are absolutely pet-friendly, these sessions are totally designed for you. Starting at just $200, the sessions are relaxed, unforced, and completely tailored to whatever season of life you're in. Oh, and they even offer a controlled studio setup if you prefer that over being out in a natural setting. And client Judith hits the nail on the head right here. Just try to imagine wrangling a family reunion of 20 people on a beach. But Tobias's professionalism and patience make what could easily be a super stressful situation feel completely seamless and fun.
Now, for couples planning their big day, he documents everything from that very first surprise yes during a secret proposal all the way to the absolute chaos of the last dance at your reception. What's really fantastic here is the straightforward pricing. It starts at $300 an hour with a 3-hour minimum, meaning you only pay for exactly the coverage you actually need. No confusing, bloated, tiered packages to decipher. He also shoots destination weddings and offers the option to add a second photographer just to make sure literally not a single angle is missed.
Next section, elevating your professional brand. Images that work as hard as you do. But hey, his artistic eye isn't just for personal milestones. If you need to elevate your website, your pitch decks, or recruiting materials, Hawkfeather totally has you covered. Tobias can actually bring a portable studio right into your office for zero disruption, high-quality professional headshots. He also does real estate photography, pristine e-commerce product catalogs, and behind-the-scenes event production photos. He makes sure your brand style is matched perfectly and consistently across the whole shebang.
And our final section, let's freeze time together. A seamless experience.
This super transparent 5-step process really proves their commitment to exceptional service. It completely demystifies the whole booking experience before you even hit send on that first email. Basically, you reach out, have a quick, free, zero-pressure 5 to 10-minute consult, put down a 50% deposit, enjoy a totally relaxed shoot day, and boom, you get a beautiful, edited online gallery back in just 2 to 5 weeks. Easy as that.
Now, keeping with that transparent process, it is important to note a few specific boundaries. For personal religious reasons, Hawkfeather does not provide photography for birthdays, holidays, or at religious occasions in venues like churches. However, Tobias is always more than happy to brainstorm and discuss beautiful, alternative, nature-filled spots or unique secular locations, think coastal estates or rustic barns, that'll fit your vision perfectly.
Ultimately, as Abigail notes in her review here, clients don't just walk away with a USB drive of photos. They walk away with timeless treasures, feeling like they honestly just had a trusted friend behind the lens.
So I want to leave you with this somewhat provocative thought as we wrap up this explainer today. Take a second and think about your life right now. What season is moving just a little too fast, and how are you going to remember it when it's gone?
Please don't let those someday moments just slip away undocumented. If you're anywhere near Eastern North Carolina, Virginia, or South Carolina, connect with Tobias and Erica. Reach out for that free consultation and let a true artist help you celebrate and freeze your most meaningful chapters today.